Do cravings increase during perimenopause? Hi, I'm Ana Araújo. I'm a nutritionist and menopause specialist, and today we'll be talking about cravings and what we can do about them. As women, we all know that there is PMS, and some of us have experienced PMS with intense cravings for carbs or sugary foods. One possible reason for this is because during the luteal phase, which is before our periods, our estrogen levels go down, and it affects serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone, levels to decrease. In a way to compensate for this, the body starts to crave carbs to raise serotonin. That's why we love chocolate at that time. Now, let's talk about cravings in perimenopause. And we might have to think about the same thing happening during perimenopause. And cravings might increase because during perimenopause, our hormone levels go kind of out of whack. Sometimes estrogen goes down. And with that, we might have some cravings for carbs. Same way as it was with PMS. So in addition to this, we have other symptoms sometimes associated with perimenopause that can increase cravings. These other contributors can be lack of sleep and also some stress coping mechanisms of emotional eating. So other things that can contribute to cravings is things like skipping breakfast, not eating enough protein during the day, and not having even enough calories in general. You're set for a craving disaster if you do those things. Basically, we have a complex dynamic of possible contributors to cravings. Physiological reactions, like our hormones and inadequate eating habits or lack of sleep, and our mental wellness affected by lack of sleep and stress or night sweats and things like that. So overall, this lower quality of life can induce cravings. Now, I know that this is a lot, and some of us experience more perimenopausal symptoms than others. And it can all be a snowball effect, right, from all of this. But not all hope is lost. If you can do a few things that I'm going to talk about, these things will help you deal with cravings better. Are you ready? So number one is nutrition. Eat. Please don't do restrictive diets during perimenopause or during menopause or any other time of your life, but especially when your hormones are already going out of whack. The body's already going through these changes and stress, and adding another one on top of this is a terrible idea. Second, eat protein. Many of us are not eating enough protein. Make sure you have adequate protein throughout the day. So 20 to 30 grams at breakfast time, 10 to 20 grams of snacks, 20 to 30 grams for lunch and dinner. So balancing your protein intake during the day will prolong your digestion of foods and increase your satiety. 3, eat carbs, whole grain, complex carbs. You have that carb craving, don't disregard it. You actually should eat some good source of carbs instead of high in sugar, cookies or things like that. Have healthier options with fiber, like popcorn, whole grain tortillas, energy balls that you can make with dates, nuts and seeds, yogurt and granola, trail mix, whole grain toast with peanut butter and jelly. Those are great options that will actually tame down your craving. So if you just want to disregard your craving, that's not a good idea. Just have healthy carb options. Number 4, drink enough water. Sometimes thirst is confused with hunger. So make sure you're hydrated. It doesn't have to be just water. Any fluids will do. Hydration is super important for other functions of our body to work. So make sure you're hydrated. That's a very simple but very important step that you can do. And it also brings awareness to what you're doing. So if you keep yourself hydrating, you are aware of what's going on in your body. So hydration is key. Number 5, do not skip breakfast. This is very important. There is evidence from studies that most people who skip breakfast will overeat later during the day. If you add the factors that I previously discussed about hormone imbalances, lack of sleep, etc., you are running your chances for out of control cravings later in the day. So make sure you eat that breakfast with enough protein in it. Now, number 6, if you don't sleep well the night before, prepare yourself. This has been shown in studies that people who don't sleep the night before tend to overeat the next day. With this circadian rhythm being disrupted, consequently, the lack of energy will trigger the body to seek energy through foods, fast energy, like carbs. So when you know you had a terrible night of no sleep, try to be extra aware, try to rest if you can, maybe take a short nap, but be aware of caffeinated drinks or coffee and also simple carbs. Stay away from those. Try to have whole grains and eat the meals as balanced as possible. Number 7, keep a symptom journal. That's kind of important to track your periods and your symptoms as you go through perimenopause, including your cravings, because then you might be able to see some kind of pattern, maybe. So being aware of how you are, how your body is doing, is also very important. You can be your own investigator and see if there's a relationship between sleep and cravings or anything that's going on in your life. So keep a journal and track your symptoms. Now, most important of all, remember to be gentle to yourself, especially if you are going through perimenopause and especially if you have all these other symptoms going along. So if you do get out of control with cravings, don't reprimand yourself. It will pass. Breathe deep and try to get a good night of sleep and try to have a healthy lifestyle to kind of make you your foundation of your health, and prioritize that, and maybe your cravings will subside. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time to talk more about health, perimenopause, and everything in between. Bye-bye.